Hi, Shelley Rose Charvet here again. Are you worried about getting sick? A lot of people may get ill, and a lot of people, before they even have symptoms, are living in fear of getting ill. So that's what I want to talk to you today. How about getting rid of the fear of getting ill? We don't know who's going to get sick. Lots of people may get sick, but we don't have to live with the fear before anything happens. You know, this crisis is not like the financial crisis of 2008. That was a financial crisis, but this is not only a financial crisis, it's an illness crisis as well as a financial crisis. And what is that fear? Fear is when somebody is seeing all kinds of images and imagining the worst that could happen. In fact, maybe people's parents still recommend write down the worst thing that could happen so that then you know it's not that bad. Well, I'm not a proponent of that. I think we already imagine the worst. And what happens when we have in fear is we go round and round and round again. We tell ourselves the same thing over and over again, and we see this huge thing that's going to land on us like a big balloon. Well, I think you probably did enough awfulizing and worrying, or as I like to call it, pre-worrying. If the problem hasn't happened yet to you, we don't need to be in pre-worry. Sure, we need to take precautions. I'm self-isolating. I'm not social isolating. I'm seeing and talking to a lot more people than I used to. And I'm having inspiring conversations with people because I want to keep my morale up. But secondly, what I need to do is to have an image of the positive outcome that I want to have, of a positive possibility. You know, often doctors, when they're dealing with us, they tell us all the worst things that could happen. They just want us to be prepared. But wouldn't it be nice if we also thought, and the medical people also talked about, the best case scenario? Well, what would that look like? And how can we think about moving away from this and moving towards that? Away from language, as we call it, like let's get rid of that scenario and focus on this scenario. Feeding myself properly, getting enough exercise, talking to enough people, and being strong and responding to the signals my body gives us. Now, you know, in this situation, we're all under stress because we're not used to dealing with situations like this. And some people, I talked to a person today, she's all on her own. So she has to get some strategies for staying positive and make sure she stays in contact with people. Well, I just recently, yesterday in fact, I had a huge inflammation in my body. It's part of a problem that I have, an autoimmune disease, but I realized that I was carrying stress that I hadn't realized I was carrying. So it's kind of important to be aware of your state, and my body gave me the gift of telling me I'm overdoing it. And I thought, thank you, body. Thank you, immune system. Be grateful to your body for these signals. And then I refocused on how I want to feel. I have an image now of me being strong. I like to think of myself as a runner in the morning. I got up this morning and I did go for my run. And I like to think about myself as having inspiring conversations with people. So I'm imagining great health. I'm thanking my immune system. I have the worry over here too, but it's pushing me towards the image that I want. We don't know if everyone's going to get sick. We don't know if anybody's going to get sick. None of us know if it's going to happen, but we can take great care of ourselves mentally and physically. So how do I want to be? How can I see it? So are you a superhero in your own mind? Couldn't hurt right now. So how have you been feeling? Leave me a little note. How have you been feeling, and what could you do now to make sure you're not only thinking about getting sick, you're thinking about living and being well? Let me know.